Hey everyone, haven't done a video for a little while. Figured I'd kind of just fill people in on what's going on. Still hanging, lucky me. Technically I just started a couple days ago the ground that I usually do. I just finished up on the new farm, so I kind of come over and just started knocking ground down just to get it caught up. So worked out really good. That friend of mine and his brother, well, both of them are friends of mine, they came over and brought their new John Deere. They got a 6145R, I think is what it is, and then New Holland baler with a mega sweep. They're actually the guys that own my 648. They bought it brand new. I bought it from them. Real good guys, real good farmers. So he felt bad for me. I had so much ground down, and I have, they got to move chickens on Sunday, today's Saturday. So he figured they'd come over and give me a hand, which is awesome. You know, really made things a lot easier for me. Otherwise, I'd be raking and baling today too, right? So anyhow, I really appreciated that. And then, so they come over, and Paul, my friend, he run the my Massey, my 375, and the twin rakes, and his brother Dave there, he run the John Deere, and I had my 1690 and my 648 baler. Man, we pounded out some bales. They were just flying. So it usually takes me, well, it takes me a long time to get this whole farm done. Took us when we were all done that day. And then the wife and kids, they brought us out supper and cooler beer on ice. Let's give her another gear. You know, so a lot of times the farm life doesn't get all the credit that they deserve, but I mean, most time I'm out here in the field and I'm sending her messages and sending pictures of what I need, and she runs to town, picks me up parts, and so it's a great thing when you get yourself a good wife like that, and it helps make things work a lot easier. So yeah, I was just calling. Hey, I'm out to the other farm. I'll do a video out there. I got my 844 going. We're unloading hay with that. I'm just tarping it. I got corn out there and then the hay, and I don't really want to put any hay in the barn because I got to do some work to the barn. So yeah. So today this is one side of the farm. We did both sides of the farm. I got not quite 10 acres, I don't think, left here. And then 5, so about 15 acres I have all together, and I'll be all done, other than going back cutting after grass. So yeah. So what I've been doing is just kind of going around and picking up, you know, load bales in the wagon, and then I set them here, and then I'll load them on the trailer. I got about a 7 or 8 mile drive. Nah, it wouldn't be 8 mile, 7 mile, probably 6-7 mile trip back to my farm and stuff. So anyways, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to put in some clips. I didn't make any footage really, a little bit of the rakes, twin rakes, but I didn't get a chance because we were so busy just trying to get it done right. So I took lots of pictures as I was driving of the John Deere and stuff, and yeah, I mean, it was a great thing really. So it's kind of nice when you got friends like that and you guys can work together. Say, I gotta go help give him a hand on Sunday, take the dump truck over, and you know, but anyhow, we get her picked up. I don't chase much hay. This stuff here just let it rot back to the ground. I know it's not worth wasting fuel driving around chasing it. Rake don't get it, and I don't pick it up. But anyways, I'll make a little clip there and I get back to the farm and show you what we're doing there. So got the old Dodge, she's just humming along. But I'll talk to you in a bit. back out to the old farm. A nice jag on. I had the Mounties sitting there watching me go by. They've seen me a couple times today, but they haven't bothered me. I guess you know how it is. That's all I strap down to go that distance. I mean, if I'm hauling further, yeah, you got to strap every bale, right? So I have the bale sitting on the back straps, and then strap them over, and you know how it is. It looks okay. It's okay. I don't get too carried away with it for out here. So I just mushroom stacking these, and then we put the tarps up over them. That kind of gives it a little bit of a watershed. The water kind of runs off. I did it here a couple years ago the same way. It stacked really nice. It didn't really have any spoilage. You just got a little bit of black on the bottom, but not any different than it is if you stack it the other way, right? So anyways, worked out pretty good last time, so we don't want to do the same thing again. So I think I put 64 bales to a stack. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but anyway. I got the old 844 out. The old girl needs some work. This is one of those tractors that you have that you really don't give a shit about, right? You just kind of run the guts out of it. So I bought this thing years ago for like 1,500 bucks. That's what I paid for, 1,500 bucks. Motor was seized in it. I spent 2 weeks unseizing the engine, had to head off it. Put a head gasket in it, and honestly, that's all I've done to that. Just put a head gasket in it, and I've been running it, I hate to say 10 years, but time goes really fast. So she's rough, there's no question about it, but it works good. This is your German built International, so your forward reverse is on here, all the way back reverse, high, shifts on your dash. You got 4-speed all synchronized on your dash. So here a couple years ago, I mean, like, hey, it's got leaks in it. I just fixed this cylinder, that was leaking terrible. You couldn't even run it. So I fixed that, but it sat for a couple years because I run it transmission dry oil, and I think it spun a bearing inside it. So it sat, I think every year I started up, like a year after it did happen, it was just ungodly racket, and it was still doing it. And then it sat another year. So last summer I fired it up, and my God, I said, well, I'm just going to fill it full of oil. Because I tried putting some oil in it and tried to work it around, see if it come out of it, and it wouldn't come out of it. Anyhow, I filled it up with oil last summer, and I think it sat long enough that race stuck back in place, like rusted or seized back in place, and the bearing let go. So I filled it right full of oil and run it last summer, and it worked great. So I'm just got to keep an eye out. But what it is these damn seals back here. Of course, I don't use it that much, and these seals are bad. So I got to pull that out, and I got to take that bracket off and pull that out so I can take it and go get some seals. You can see her, she's leaking here now. I just ended up dumping a whole bunch of just gross old oil. It's pretty sickening what I put in it. But when I bought it, this here had a hole in the housing, a pin backed out of that plant area and bore right through the house. I mean, how could you ever run something like that and making that kind of noise? So I fixed that plant area, and then I welded a patch on the housing just enough so it hold oil. But it needs lots of seals, needs lots of love, the Worrell thing. But like I say, it was a $1,500 tractor. I just bought it to see if I could get it running, and then I mean, I fed cows with it for quite a long time. Really, it was just an old chore tractor. But look, they broke the wheel and they fixed that. I never did that. That was something they did. But she's just a rough old girl, but she's got a pile of hours on it. It's rolled over at least once, so it's got at least 12,000 hours, if not twice that. It's hard to tell. The tack does work, but yeah, she's just she's a brute of an old tractor. Long. I wish it was 4-wheel drive, but I know of another one. These European ones, they seem to have imported them here to Canada. You don't see many in the States, but here there's a lot of British ones and you know, German built ones and stuff. So anyhow, well, that's what we're doing. So we'll talk at you later.